Hey friends, let's go through how to rehydrate your sourdough starter. So on day one, you're going to have a clean glass jar. You're going to dump that dehydrated starter right in there and add you 3 tablespoons of room temperature filtered water. Give it a good stir. All the little lumps are not going to dissolve, so don't be afraid if you see some floating around in there. Leave it on your countertop for an hour. This is what it looks like after that. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Bleached or unbleached, it don't really matter. Give it a good stir. You're not going to see all the lumps go away. You might have a few in there, but this is the consistency we're going for, okay? You're going to let it sit on your countertop for 24 hours, and here it is on day 2. Not much action going on at all. You can see not even really very many bubbles going on. But she's hungry, so we're going to give her a feeding. 2 more tablespoons of flour and 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of water. You're going to drizzle it in slowly because you want the right consistency. We don't want it to be too runny. It's going to look like a thick pancake batter, just like this. Now cover it loosely and you're going to let it sit on your countertop again for another 24 hours. Day 3, we're getting some action here. Look at those bubbles. Today you're going to repeat the same steps you did on day 2. Let it sit for another 24 hours and we're going to come back to it. Now we're going to give her a real meal. 1/2 cup of flour. And y'all make sure that your measuring cup fits in your jar before you try to pour it in, or you're going to make a mess like I did. And then you're going to add up to 1/4 cup of room temperature water. Drizzle it in slowly and give it a stir until you get the right texture. You might not need the full amount. This is what we're going for right here. And it's okay to see a few lumps. Y'all don't stress about this. It's going to work, I'm telling you. Day 5, look at this. She rose in the jar and fell back down. This is a good sign. Check out the bubble action too, y'all. We're almost ready to bake. Can you believe it? Now I'm going to go over with you how to discard. This is very technical, okay? You're going to see. I just slide my rubber band halfway down the jar to estimate about what half of this starter would be. And then I'm going to pour out until I get my starter to the top of that rubber band line. You can see I'm pouring my discard into another jar because, baby, I'm not throwing that away. You can bake so many yummy things with that. Now I'm scraping down to see if I got about half of it out, and it looked good to me. Now cover up your discard and put it in the fridge for later. Okay, let's feed her again. 1/2 cup of flour and up to 1/4 cup of room temperature water. You know the drill by now. Drizzle it in, check your texture. This time I didn't put enough, and you're going to see it's real dry looking, so I had to go back in and add some water. Now we got it. Okay, so put your lid back on loosely and let her sit on the counter and do her thing. Oh, you might want to also mark with a rubber band because you're going to see some action today, and you need to know when she doubles. So look, at 4 o'clock that afternoon, she had doubled for me. I wasn't ready to bake with it yet, although I could have then. But at 7 o'clock, that's about when I make my dough usually, and she's ready to go. I cannot wait for y'all to try this and see all the goodies y'all make.